Hello everyone, Ian here, and welcome to the Fun Guy channel. Okay, so I got to play Cyberpunk 2077 after being away for quite some time, and when I logged in, I looked at all my save games, and I just didn't feel like picking up where I left off. So I decided to start a brand new game, and then like 15 minutes later, as I was playing Cyberpunk, it came to me that the missions that I'm playing could possibly be the best missions in the whole entire game. Well, I should say 3 missions, and I'm going to break that down for you guys, but before I do, if you're new here and want a chill channel to hang out in, be sure to subscribe to the channel. And as of right now, I'm just currently posting videos on games that I really enjoy playing, all in the while waiting for new Cyberpunk 2077 content to be announced. Hopefully. I also play a variety of games on Twitch, so you guys should come down and hang out. My Twitch link will be down in the description below. And with all that being said, let's get into it. Now, the main mission that I'm talking about is the very first mission, which is called the Prologue, that you get to experience with each character life path, the Nomad, Kid and Corpo class. And the reason why I feel this way is because these are the only missions in the game where each character life path are totally different from each other. Because after those missions, each character life path goes down the same linear direction with the same endings. And sure, there are multiple endings in the game, but all of them are the same for each class. Because I was under the impression before Cyberpunk 2077 released that each character life path would be very different from each other, making the game unique with lots of replayability. Even coming down to making dialogue choices feel more meaningful as you progress through the story, which would have resulted in a better experience for the game. But when the game finally came out, myself and others soon realized that this wasn't the case. Even for someone like me, I'm not too big on story games, but I found this to be a bit odd of choice. But I'm no video game developer, and I don't work for CD Red, so I don't know the full story, but all I do know is that Cyberpunk 2077 could have been the best game we've ever played. Even with all the negativity circling around the game still, to this day, make no mistake, you can definitely see the potential this game has. And for me, playing those very first prologue missions for each character life path really shows it. Like if we start off with the Nomad life path, which is the life path I chose last but ended up being my favorite class in the game. You start off by talking to this yeehaw cop that's only there to give you a hard time, but after talking to him, you make your way out of the garage to meet up with a future friend by the name of Jackie Wells. You and your future buddy take a joyride to the border to smuggle some fancy new box that Jackie has, only to get stopped for a standard car inspection, followed up by having to sit down with this clown, also giving you a hard time. Then you realize that you don't have time for this crap and then slide him some money to piece the hell out of there, to soon realize that the border patrol guy that you just talked to set you up anyways, leaving you to have a car chase gunfight as you're crossing over to Night City. Then when the coast is clear, you and Jackie decide to open up that fancy box out of curiosity and find out that the Arasaka people really like iguanas. And that's the start of a new friendship. And now with the corporate life path. You start off by barfing in the restroom because you don't really want to have that meeting with your boss, only to soon get to his office and he quickly makes you remember why you didn't want to see him in the first place. Now that he revealed his dirty little secret to you, he decides that it's time for you to take on your own mission that you particularly don't want to do, but he insists anyways. That's when you go to seek out help from a friend, and that friend happens to be Mr. Jackie Wells. And yeah, you and Jackie are already friends in this life path. And then you got these guys over here trying to ask you out on a date, and you get so sick of it that right when you're about to pass out, Jackie Wells picks you up to start the introduction of the game. And now we have the last life path of the game, arguably the most popular class in the game, the Street Kid. This life path starts you off at a bar where you find out that your bartender friend Pepe needs some help. You feel for the guy and decide to help him out by talking to a guy named Kurt, which then hits you with that, if you want to help out your friend, you gotta do something for me line. Then you say screw it and go off with the mission, and the best way to get there is having Padre give you a ride to the location, where you're gonna go and attempt to hijack this sweet little ride for Mr. Kirk. And then right when everything's going well, it goes very south very fast when you get interrupted by the one and only Jackie Wells. But then you both get interrupted by the gosh dang police. They don't take you to jail though. Instead, they just drop you guys off at a nearby alley somewhere in Night City only because the story must go on. But the kicker here is that after all these fun, unique prologue missions are done, each path goes down the same linear storyline. Doesn't matter which dialogue choices you make, doesn't matter if Pam is your boo thing or not, the ending is all the same for each character life path. Which is unfortunate because like I said, if CD Projekt Red would have just took a little bit more time polishing up the game, oh man, Cyberpunk would have been so much better, I'm pretty sure of it. And I probably would have even put in a lot more hours into the game as well. But it is what it is. But now I'm hearing from other content creators that CD Projekt Red might be working on a soft relaunch for the game. Maybe. Some even say this coming fall. This sounds way too good to be true, but if they're right about this, then I'll be very curious to see what CD Projekt Red did to improve the game and how much different is the game going to be from now from when the game released. Whether this is true or not, I know down the pipeline there's a big patch coming, definitely, to Cyberpunk 2077, and I hope it fixes and helps out the game tremendously, because I still believe in Cyberpunk 2077. But yeah guys, that's going to be it from me. The prologue missions for each character life path are definitely my favorite missions by far in the game. Let me know down in the comments what mission you guys like the most, or even what character storyline is the best one. Be sure to drop a like on the video if you found it fun and entertaining, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and follow me on Twitch so you guys can come and hang out and see how bad I am at video games. And stay positive out there. And until next time, peace out!